Jamaica AIDS Support for Life on Tuesday hosted a symposium at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel aimed at highlighting the level of stigma and discrimination that individuals living with HIV and AIDS face in the island. People being ostracized from their communities and families, losing jobs, being designated special utensils at workplaces, and lack of access to health care and legal services were some of the stigmatization and discrimination highlighted. The events also looked at how legislation will help to allay these difficulties. Brazilian police say a newborn girl miraculously survived after being buried alive for 7 hours in the central state of Mato Grosso. A 15-year-old girl gave birth earlier last week, but believed the baby had died and buried her in the backyard of the indigenous family's house. The police received an anonymous tip related to the burial and arrived at the scene hours later. They dug up the baby, who was hospitalized and said to be in a stable condition. The baby's grandmother and great-grandmother have been taken into custody pending an investigation. And in international news, oil prices suffered steep falls on Wednesday after Libya said it would boost supply, even as investors fear that trade tensions will hit demand. Brent crude dropped 6.9%, the biggest decline in more than 2 years, to end at $73.40 a barrel for the global benchmark. U.S. crude fell 5% to $70.38 a barrel, its worst one-day decline in a year. The declines followed a months-long rally that had increased prices to some of the highest levels in recent years. However, oil prices have been volatile in recent weeks after the U.S. said it would reinstate sanctions against Iran, a major producer. And finally, the mayor of New York City has denied a report that he and his security detail illegally crossed the U.S.-Mexican border on a recent visit, a spokesman says. The Associated Press reports that the U.S. Customs and Border Protection allege that Bill de Blasio crossed the border on foot near El Paso, Texas. Spokesman Eric Phillips said in a statement emailed to the BBC, the mayor crossed the border with the direct approval and under the supervision of the Border Patrol supervisor at this port of entry. Mr. de Blasio has been visiting the U.S.-Mexico border with 20 other mayors. For Channel 2 Headline News, BB Bacchus.
Thanks for watching Headline News. Leave a like or a comment below. And for updates on the latest news happening in Guyana, click the subscribe button.